Alright, you guys know I can't keep a secret, so I'm just going to go ahead and let everyone know. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I just got for the car. I kind of wanted to not tell anyone about it and just show up and race with it, but as you guys know, I don't really hide anything, so y'all check out what I got. So yeah, that's probably a little hint right there. There's no turbo. I've already ripped the turbo off the car. So yeah, I got a new turbo. There it is, right here. Boom, got the old turbo pulled off. As you guys know, this was the BorgWarner SXE 80mm. It's the billet 80mm. I think that's a 12-blade wheel. This is really more of like a diesel performance turbo, but I got a good deal on it, and I hopped on it a couple of years ago now, and it's been a really great turbo. I've just been flirting with the amount of power it can, the top end of the compressor map on this thing, and I wanted to go to something that was going to be a little more efficient at 30 plus pounds of boost. So I happened on to this new turbo here. This is a BorgWarner S491 from Forced Inductions. I got a really good deal on it. I couldn't pass up from my buddy Brian Hansen. He's the guy that won my nationals last year with the 3-valve. He parted his 3-valve out, so I hopped on this turbo and got it. So big shout out to Brian for hooking me up on this. But this is a 91mm compressor, and it is a 102mm turbine, whereas the old turbo is an 80mm compressor and the 9688 turbine. So turbine's a little bit bigger, but physically the turbo is exactly the same V2 race cover and the same 132AR. So this turbo is going to bolt right up, and I'm going to run the 4-inch downpipe to begin with, but I did get some stuff to make a new downpipe for it. So I went ahead and got some material to make a new downpipe as well. This is gonna be a 5-inch aluminum downpipe. Got these big gigantic 5-inch aluminum pipes from Race Part Solutions. Aluminum bung right here, and then the flange to adapt it to the turbo. So me and Sergio are going to be getting that fabbed up at some point in time, but man, I'm really excited to put this new turbo on, and really excited to see what it can do. Should be a little bit faster, I hope. So I'm gonna clean this thing up a little bit, and we're going to put it on the car and see if it spools up as good as the 80 did, and see what I'm gonna have to change in the tune to make this bigger turbo work. Alright, so the turbo is mounted up. It's like physically the same size as the old turbo, so I didn't have any issues hooking it up. Obviously though, this compressor wheel is a lot larger than the old one, 91mm versus 80mm. And then the turbine is a little bit bigger as well. It's like a 102 extruder, and the old one was a 96. It's just sitting over here. Also, after tonight, we're going racing tonight. We'll see how I like this new turbo. If I like it, then this one right here is going to be for sale. So if anyone's interested, once again, check out my Facebook. We'll have that for sale. But the question now is, how's this thing going to spool? So I'm going to crank it up and go out and test it a little bit. Sure, there's going to be some trial and error. This turbo is going to act a little different. So there's going to be a learning curve, but we'll get it figured out eventually. So I'm gonna crank this thing up and see how it does. So that was pretty successful. I've been messing around with the boost builder a little bit, and it took, let's see where it got on the chip at. It took the car, what is that? 3.5 seconds maybe? Where's RTC at? 3.1 seconds. It took it 3.1 seconds to get on the chip from flooring it. And then so I'm targeting about 13 to 14 pounds. So by 6 seconds from the time I matted it, it was at 13 pounds. So that's very, very close to what the old turbo was. And I'm gonna try one more thing. I had my rev limiter before, rev limiter number 1 right here. I had it set at spark only, and I could set like the split between the on and off RPM. I've read some stuff where people said to try spark high only. So I'm going to give that a shot now and see if that makes any difference. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to change it back. But I figured it's worth a shot to see how it goes. So this is going to be the test with the spark high only rev limiter. So I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like the car spooled up pretty good for considering how big the turbo is compared to the engine size. So I'm excited to see how this thing does. So we're going racing tonight. We're going to running a small tire race in Paducah. It's in conjunction with the Western Kentucky Streetcar Madness, which you guys know we've been to several times. We try to go to every year, every time they have it. So we're gonna go up there. It's $2,000 to win, $100 entry. Pretty much run what you brung on a 2810.5 or 275 Pro Radial or Radial. So yeah, we're gonna go up there, jump in that class with a bunch of killers. Really don't have any excuses now. I got a big turbo. I've pretty much upgraded everything I can on this car at this point to make it compete with some of the faster guys. Obviously, I still have a pretty small engine, but hey, I'm the one that decided to do that. It is what it is. So you guys stay tuned. That will be the video after this one. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Hopefully we get out there and do good tonight. So we'll see y'all then.